Yo, what's up everybody? Holding Ashwithy here, bringing you the 7 Deadly Sins manga review. This is chapter 311, titled It's Not Over Yet. Again, Nakama-sensei, he told us, let's just start calling him Nakama-sensei, and let's just call him Troll-God-sensei because, or Troll-God Nakama, because this chapter was, wow, this chapter was amazing. We found out that Elizabeth is not dead. She was actually saved by Merlin, which I call BS, and I have to say that's like the only bad part of the chapter, because when we seen last chapter everyone look and the rock fell on her, we saw like blood splash on her purse just there, and we seen everybody with a shocked face. Then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, Merlin's time stopped her and brung her up in the air, and it was like she has a scar on her like forehead and she's bleeding from it, but that's about it. And I'm like, really? Like, again, he showed us again, and I was like, Nakama-sensei, you gotta stop this. If you're gonna keep on showing us until like the very end, that's gonna be kind of annoying. But at the same time, it was kind of funny as you see me laughing. But we get Meliodas. He goes into his demon form, and everybody's impressed, and he destroys the curse on her. Unfortunately, it reincarnates automatically, and it has regeneration ability as well. That's why it keeps recurring in the same spot. It gets destroyed. And Meliodas is like, this is bad. And he explained something very interesting. He explained when they were cursed, he was cursed by the supreme deity, and that with their eternal life. But when it comes to Elizabeth, she was cursed by the demon king, and she was given the curse of rebirth. And Meliodas was like, but we defeated the half of the demon king, so I mean, even though it was half, it was still part of his power which led into his realm, and it should have got rid of, you know, Elizabeth's curse, which means if the curse is still active, that means his power still lingers, which this is a bad sign of times. And that's what he states. And then Bong came out all cool saying, so that means the demon king is still alive, and he was like, yep, I guess so. And then we get a flashback of Cusack and Chandler. They're still alive, and they didn't state how they're still alive from that attack of Mel, but they did state that it was so powerful of an attack, they lucky that they escaped it. But you see their bodies are still burnt. They have like scorch marks on them, so they're slowly recovering. But basically what happened was, after like the fight with the Demon King and everybody was sitting back chilling and relaxing, that's the same time that Cusack woke up and Chancellor, and Cusack killed his other half, which is the Chancellor, and he took advantage of the 7 Deadly Sins being happy and rejoicing in their victory, that he didn't just take Zeldaris, who was unconscious, he actually snatched up all 10 commandments, and he hid. And he was finally going to realize his dream. He was going to finally take all the 10 commandments and put them in Zeldaris and make him the new Demon King. The problem with his flaw, the problem with his theory and the flaw behind it, was the fact that he didn't know that anyone who possessed all 10 commandments would not just gain the Demon King power, they would actually be possessed by him. So when he ended up giving Zeldaris, as you see in my thumbnail, all 10 of the commandments, he was thanked by Zeldaris, but then he got one-shotted by him. And now Zeldaris is the new Demon King, and the story thus is going to continue. And this will be the new arc, the Zeldaris Demon King arc, I guess you can call it. And that was the end of the chapter. And I'm like, oh man, can my boy get some peace? Like, if we sit down and we think about all the characters, Zeldaris is, I'm not saying he's the most innocent, but he only wants one thing. He wants his girlfriend, and that's it. Like, anybody in this show, when this show ends, or when the manga ends, can y'all just make the man be happy? Like, all he wants is his vampire. That's all he wants. Like, why are y'all picking on the man? Like, he's getting beat up by humans, he's getting beat up by his brother, he's getting beat up by Angel, he's getting smacked around by his dad. Now he's getting controlled by his dad, and it's like, can the man have peace? All he wants is his chick. That's all he wants. Like, can he be happy at least? And I'm like, damn, this poor Zelda is just the things he's gonna go through. And I'm like, yo, how are they gonna, like, one of the things that bother me though, besides Elizabeth, being alive, is like, how is Zeldaris gonna actually take on Meliodas? Meliodas, with his power up, he should be equal to or greater than what Zeldaris is now. Not to mention, he got Ban by his side. And Ban ain't gonna let the Demon King control Zeldaris' body and fight his brother to the death without stepping in. Ban's not gonna let that hat slide. Or, for that matter, any of the other 7 deadly sins. Or the people of Britannia itself. So, but we did know all the demons did retreat after the war, so either he may have to call them back, or he's gonna probably make new generals and then come and attack Meliodas and his people. This can go either or. Another confusing thing is that Meliodas is supposed to leave because the world doesn't want him there, they rejected him. But though Zeldaris, who's also a demon king, has now entered the playing field, so it's like, how is that going to work? Why is the world rejecting Meliodas but not Zeldaris so far that we know of? Like, that's another unique thing to think about. And again, with the power level, how can Zeldaris compete against Meliodas? Meliodas have Ban, who's close to his strength by his side, and the rest of the 7 deadly sins, and all of Britannia, who has some very powerful knights himself, and who has evolved during this war, not to mention the fairies and the giants. And who knows, if Mel is still around, even Mel might help out, and we know how powerful he is. So it's like, I don't know how the Demon King is going to try to combat all this, unless, like I said, he summons more demons and he makes new generals to take on every person, since he knows all their strengths and weaknesses now. That's another possibility. Another possibility is that maybe Zeldaris is more capable than Meliodas, so now that he has all 10 commandments, he'll be stronger than what Meliodas was. That's also another theory. I mean, Meliodas doesn't have all the 10 commandments no more. Yeah, he got that power up mode, but he's not as strong as he was when his father was in his body with all 10 commandments. So maybe Zeldaris is stronger than Meliodas now. New Demon King Zeldaris, which is still the Demon King, not really Zeldaris, but you know my point. But that's all I have for you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Give this video a like. Tell me down below how you liked these last couple of chapters, especially 310 and 311. What's your thoughts and opinions? Let's have some fun with this. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.